All right, so we're here with Rockie Morrison. He is a new hire, started in January, and he just won the April Driver of the Month, running almost 14,000 miles. I can't remember the exact number. Do you remember, Rockie?
13,787, I think.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And it hasn't been a smooth journey so far.
No, it hasn't. It's been up and down to the point of almost quitting. I'm sure almost getting let go, but I had some great coaches. Denny and Brad were fantastic mentors, and I needed that at the right time. And I've been led in the right direction, where in April I was blown away by getting a call from Brad. Hey guy, you just won Driver of the Month, and tickled to death.
It's fantastic. Well, congratulations. We're really proud of you.
Thank you.
And, talk to me about your journey to get here, because it has been a struggle, and you almost quit. You almost were let go. And it's really been your choice to work through it and work with us and be part of our team. And, hopefully you can share a little bit of that journey with me.
Yes.
So we'll start in January.
January was a short 12 days. I don't remember all the miles.
Yeah.
I had some great training and I learned a lot.
Yeah.
Got me on the road. Never did flatbedding before. And so the people in training orientation taught me what I needed to know, the basics about tarping and everything. I went on the road, soloed, and started flatbedding. Receiving loads from coils to steel to lumber to plywood. Everyone's pretty much different. The pay was wonderful from the start, and it's been increasing every month. The miles have been increasing. The more that I've learned and know, the faster paced it has been, and I don't stop. I do my 70 hours and what else?
So you don't stop, and that's a big part of how you manage your day and your communication with our dispatch team.
Yes.
So how often do you call in? How often are you talking to them?
I on the computer, by the time I'm dropping my load, they have already got a plan for my next pickup, and by the time the drivers are unloading my trailer, I've done my paperwork, pretty much getting it transflowed in, and planning my route to where I'm going next. And by the time the forklift drivers have unloaded, and I've already done all my straps and tarps put away, I'm down the road, and I don't have to wait. These guys are tremendous on they give it in orientation. They said $100 if you had to sit and wait for over an hour. I've never had to wait for more than 5 minutes. When my load's done and they've got another load ready to rock, and I'm down the road and I'm fast paced. I have my coffee in the morning, and I don't stop till my clock says that I can't work no more.
Yeah.
So I try to get right down to the last 5 minutes of my hours of service. And, I've only been in trouble with that one time, and it hasn't happened again.
Yeah. Tell me about your little tarping mistake that you just told me about before we started filming, since you said you were new to flatbed.
I was just informed that I even make mistakes now. I've been in 3.5 months, and I laid my main flap over the front and then put the flaps over the top of that, so the air can travel up underneath and travel to the back. So I'm going after this and receiving my nice
Yeah,
truck.
this is your brand new truck that you're going to get into.
Truck, that I have to put the small flaps in first, and then tie and bungee that in,
Yeah.
and then take the main one and come over the top.
Yeah.
And so I have learned another thing. So I love learning. Every load is different.
And you tarp a lot, right?
I tarp pretty much every time. It was difficult at first because I didn't understand how to do everything on it, and it's gotten easier along the way. if you like to physically work, flatbedding is where it's at, because you actually get to do something besides just sit. You work and think and get out and check your loads at 50 and 150 miles, and you need to do that, because I had a load shift about 6 inches and added another 2 straps about a month ago, and again learning, and by the time the end of the trip, about 600 miles more, that load was right back in the middle where it needed to be.
That's great. Well, you talked about pay this morning.
Yes.
And I know our pay package is a little different from a lot of companies, and it takes a little bit to get used to and believe that you're going to receive the miles that we say you will.
Yes.
And I think you had something interesting to say at breakfast about how we talk about it and how your perception of it. Would you mind discussing what you think of our pay package?
The base pay on a new driver comes in lower than you would expect from other companies, and I didn't quite understand that at first, and I hung in there, and then I saw the bonuses, because the bonus structures run from 2 pennies up to 12 cents, and that's per mile, and you receive that every 6th day of the month. So you work the whole month of February, you get your pay on the 6th from February, and then in March and in April. Well, I started off with only a $250 bonus, bring home at the end of the month, and then in March I think it doubled to $450. Well, once I learned about it, by April I had a $1,680 that was gross on the bonus, and I was called by the head office, and I was blown away. That was a higher check than any paycheck that I've received so far. And now I work to make sure that I bring home $1,000 in my pocket every week, and I've done that for 5 weeks straight, and then my bonus was higher than that, and so it was just like an extra paycheck. You average all that out, and I'm up around 52 to 53 cents a mile, and I think that's fantastic. So if you actually want to work and not just loaf off and just get 10,000 miles and actually achieve a higher standard, you'll be amazed, and you will receive what you deserve by working.
Yeah. Well, Rocky, thank you so much for taking time today to discuss your first few months with me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And if there's anything else you'd like to say before we sign off here?
Hey, come join COTC, because I've done a few companies, and you should try this out.
Thank you.
Look us up online.
All right.